to the bedroom, and she goes to take off her shoes, and one of her toes was bigger than the other toes. And it wasn't even the thumb toe, dog. It was the pinky toe. You ever see some shit that traumatize your ass? It was like fentanyl. But it does. It traumatizes your ass. It came out breathing heavy. He looked up at me and was like, oh, it's my life I had to fight. It's fucked up. But again, I'm already here. I gotta see it through. But this smell is still lingering, dog. And she gonna have the nerve. We kissing, making out. How about you eat my pussy? I said, ma'am, I've seen how you treat your other pussies. I'll eat your ass. Well, y'all weren't ready for the ass yet? That's what I did. But look, I know some of y'all do it. Don't act like it. It's all right. Shit. But I can't get into the ass eating, and I take good care of my ass. So I got a bidet. Look, who in here got a bidet? You ever tried one? See, you know the shit hit different, don't it? Shit hit different. I got me one of them motherfuckers, and I had to like check the settings on that motherfucker, because you can't just sit on water jets all willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for cleanliness, not penetration. You know? And I turned the setting and shot across the room, and I was like, it's not my setting. It's not my setting. So I turned it down a little bit, and I sat down, and you know when something feel good to you, like, hey, shit ain't bad. Shit ain't bad. I was trying it out. I was like, get on that shit. What I'm saying is I got an eco-friendly booty hole. I'm looking out for y'all. I'm trying. But no. But it's really the positions for ass eating I can't get into. Have y'all seen the positions you gotta get into for ass eating? This shit fucks me up. This shit right here, you ever seen this one right here? This shit. Oh, hold up.
Keep going.
No, go ahead.
This one right here. This shit. No, nobody. I'm a grown ass man, okay? You ain't finna fold me like no goddamn laundry. It's disrespectful, alright? Put my legs down. I don't know. My dick can't stay hard when my knees is by my toes, okay? Shit. But no, she did some real disrespectful shit. She gonna reach inside her purse for what I can only describe as the click terminator. Now I'm competing against iRobot. This shit ain't fair. And the motherfucker was huge, okay? Okay, just for reference. It came out like this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, oh my God. Who the fuck is that for? Like, and that shit got molds. I don't got no motherfucking molds. I can maybe change some angles on your ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna pick that up. But y'all ever done the defensive lineman? You ever done this one? Damn it, no. Nobody ever hit this one, dog. It's all in your knees, dog. It's all in your knees. You don't even got to worry about it. It's good on your hips. Good on your hips. Shit. No, cause and I be trying different positions and shit. Yeah, cause I like messing with older women. I love messing with older women. Like I dated this 65-year-old woman. Yeah. You ain't never been loved right like that, dog. That's an ENT. Look, you just happen to be in front of me. I'm just saying. There's something about a good ENT, you know what I'm saying? This shit treat you right, because these younger girls, they don't do that shit. Half of them can't cook, which is some bullshit. Look. Look, all right, you see what the fuck I'm saying? This is, I gotta choose a wife out of this bunch. It's fucked up. Don't cook nothing. But no, and girls crack me up, cause like even at her old age, she still was trying to be athletic and shit. She wanted me to try different moves. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Get down in it, young man." I was, I don't know, something about getting called young man hit different. It made it feel extra naughty to me, you know? So I hit her with the track star. You ever hit her with the track star? No, never this one right here. You just gotta drop it down. Drop it down. Cause I thought that one up because I caught a cramp one time. Look, you ever catch a booty cramp while you in it? Just, and you can't like tell her that the shit happened. You can't give any signals that you done locked the fuck up. But your shit just pow! And look, this is all I had to improvise. My whole ass cheek locked up. I said, we still got needs. Fuck it. Boom, boom, drop it down. You get resourceful is what I'm saying. But she gave me a full body massage. You ever received a full body massage, brother? Exactly. See what the fuck I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? I stayed with that bitch for 4 years. She got the oil out and not the baby oil. But wasn't a ditty party. But she got that what's that body oil, you know what I'm talking about.
Skin so soft?
Something like that. That shit where that Egyptian musk shit when it hit your skin, you know what I'm saying? Make it look gleaming in the sun. And she rubbed my whole body down. But I wasn't prepared because she brought out fruits and I was like, oh, we got snacks? Cool. And then she started rubbing my legs with the fruits. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. But the messed up thing is my dick got hard, so. It's weird. You find out kinks in weird places, dog. I didn't know I liked getting rubbed by fruit, okay? And the shit, I think I caught 2 kinks at the same time, because when she worked down the leg and got down to my toes, oh shit. Oh, you ever got pulp in between your toes before? The shit hit different. Oh my God. Oh. She had to come back up. I was like, girl, you keep roaming with that orange. You ain't gonna finish this massage. I'm start going grocery shopping with her. See if we can start getting different fruits. Grapefruits, oranges. Look, shit, let's get resourceful. Shit. I love citrus fragrances. Well, let's see what else I wanted to. Oh, clap it up for me. I've been 5 years sober. Yeah. But I still miss that shit, dog. Every day. Oh my God. And I was that type of alcoholic, you know, like that I can like feel it in a house full of people. You know what I'm saying? Like just. Is that Don Julio 1942? Like I can smell the shit like Scooby-Doo, you know what I'm saying? Just Renaissance. Or Cavassier, I'm here today anyway. You know, look, I'm trying. But now I haven't had a drink in 5 years and I'm happy about that. But yeah. Because there's only so many times your mom can whoop your ass for the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm from an ass whooping household, but my mom has OCD. You ever got your ass beat in 3s, dog? It's fucked up. She just you did not get, you did not get, you did not get. Motherfucker, finish the sentence. Get off my ass. I love her though. I really do. I love my mama. She'll go to bat for me anytime. She will. One time she did. I used to play football and I played in the South because that's where I learned that move, the height. And I used to play football in the South and one day I got into a fight with this dude on the other team. And I don't know what he said. He called me out my name and he pissed me off and it was the wrong day, so he caught these hands. Fuck him. And I'm fighting him, but I look up in the stands, and my mom's is fighting his dad's ass. I love my mama, but now we both gotta have this conversation with my coach, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm disappointed in the both of you. You know, it don't work the same way. These are my role models. I love my mama. Shit. I love my mama. My uncle's coming to visit me next week. He did 25 years in prison. You know, how do you prepare for somebody who did 25 years in prison to come and stay at your house? Do you just put prison bars up in random parts in your house? And shit. Only have bar soap, no body wash? No. Put boys only on the door. I don't know. What? I'm just saying, I don't know how to prepare for this nigga. And he's like, I want to see what Sacramento is all about. I was like, we got a lot of meth heads. Shit. We can show you that, but the reason why he got locked up is he was an old crackhead. Look, now I gotta hide all my weed from him. It's crazy. And it's messed up when you gotta hide your drugs from your family and shit. You have drugs from your family? You wear your shit out in the open, you don't even do drugs, do you? You got that smile like you don't do drugs. Yeah, see? Look, oh, wait, okay, I see it now. I got it, all right. You good, dog, I see it. All right, but I think that's about my time. I'm gonna end it here.
You're gonna end it?
You want more?
Yeah!
All right, I guess we can.
We need one more. We need one more.
One more.
Encore!
Nah, but this girl called me the other day and she was like, what you doing? I was like, nothing. She was like, you want to go to a rave? Yeah. The fuck? Do I look like a rave individual? But I went anyway, because fuck it. And like, I brought my set drugs, right? I brought weed and shrooms. Those are the set drugs I brought. Everyone else brought Molly. Do y'all know what Molly looks like?
No.
No?
It's crazy. I heard about it. That was my generation, but I never did it.
Okay. So, imagine this, just, because it gets your jaw moving, just, Now, I'm on shrooms, okay? And they hit me with the, I'm in The Walking Dead now. I'm fucking terrified. And then ever so often they go, ooh, 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 ooh. Again, I'm on shrooms. Don't that shit sound like a battle cry to y'all? I was terrified. And then they had these totems in the crowd and shit. But it was pretty cool so they could find each other and whatnot. But again, I'm on shrooms. I thought we were going to war. Oh, the foot stopping, but then I started looking around and there was a lot of white people. I was like, oh, they're coming for me. It's fucking terrifying. But that is my last joke. I'll give it back to you.
I'm your intermission comedian. Let me just take my seat, y'all. You stay up here if you want to. You can go sit down if you want. Yeah, this is what we call real talk session right here. You see, I'm looking at everybody. I love how everybody looks so nice. Yeah, I'm from the projects. Watch your cars. That's all I'm gonna say right now. Watch your car. I come from a place, it was an apartment complex so bad, it was just a full apartment full of halfway houses. That's where I grew up around. I remember the first time I learned how to dunk, I found out because he punched me into the goal. Yeah, that was before I was 6'5". I'm 6'5" now. Back then I was about 4'3". I was 12. Y'all realize these people got fresh out of jail, and they was like, oh, if you on the court, you a grown man today. I didn't know what that meant. I thought that meant they respected me. That really meant no blood, no foul. That's what that really meant. So I remember I went to jump, and he was like, you think you finna dunk on me? I'm fresh. Bow, hit me in the back. I hit the backboard. And I was like, since I'm up here, I might as well. But yeah, that's where I found my roots. I'm from Alabama. That's where I learned everything from. I remember I was on the farm. I was pulling boats across the yard, and I didn't know this, but chickens, they fly too if you don't clip their wings early enough. And so I'm cleaning out the chicken coop, and when I turn around, all the chickens gone. Nobody told me that I was supposed to keep the place locked up when the chickens out. Yeah. And this is how we eat in the South. We so far deep in the South, if you look to the left, there's just trees. You look to the right, you look behind you, just trees. You look in front of you, just trees. It felt like some like Lion King type stuff, like as far as the eye can see is ours. That sound good until you run out of food and water. Yeah. So I just let all the chickens out, and we ain't got nothing to eat, and town is about 2 hours away, and we really ain't got gas like that to be spending. So this is where things don't make sense for me. Why is it that they can muster up the energy to beat me when they just told me they was tired? Okay, I'm the intermission comedian, so they're gonna have the main host come back up. Y'all talk to me later. That's my time.
Can I get some applause?
He good. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Bryce. Give Bryce a round of applause. Again, please everybody know who the hell he is. I didn't even give a chance to introduce his ass. Stay back there until I say your name. Who's next? Lachey, up to the stage, please. He's about to interview one of our business owners. Lachey with another interview, dog.
Hey y'all, I'm back up here. My name's Lachey. No, I'm just playing. All right, so we're gonna have Miss Shawn come up, one of my favorite people in the world. Yes, girl. She is actually a CEO, okay, of a tech company.
White people money.
Come on.
White people
She
money.
is the CEO of a tech company, the first black woman that I've ever met that actually owns her own tech company. Oh, my bad. I gotta get it wrong. All right. So, Feast Tech is the name of her business. How long? Well, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Feast Tech. That's her tech company. All right. She was kind of put on the spot because I just love her so much and she surprised me today.
It's all good. I'm Shawn Sanford. I was born and raised here in Sacramento, California.
Woo woo!
Hey, I went to John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
High School,
Kennedy in the house.
Sam Brandon Junior High School. I'm 58 years old.
Damn, you look good.
That's why I was wondering why that young man kept looking at me. I'm like, 65 yet. So yeah, I grew up in what they called the Gardens back in the day.
Oh.
And when I was 14, we moved to Pocket, which is in Land Park, Greenhaven area. And that's when I started going to Kennedy. But, you know, I'm glad that I've had a pretty diverse upbringing. My mom was a real estate broker. My grandma had her own business. She was a hairdresser. My mom cut hair for a long time. She actually cut Kevin Johnson's hair when he was little. And when I was really young, until I was 5, I grew up in Oak Park. And Oak Park was different back in the day. It's like a lot of other neighborhoods. You know, they start out real prominent, and then renters move in, and then the owners move out, and they move to other areas, and then things change. And but now Oak Park, they have some spots, right? Yeah. So anyway, I watched my mom. She was a very innovative, creative. She's still around. She was a real estate broker. She started out as a barber, then she went into real estate. She was a real estate agent, then she became a broker. And I watched her. And when I started working, I was working for the private industry, and then eventually I got a state job. But I would always talk to my mom on the phone, and she was always at home working. And I thought, someday I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start my own business. And eventually I did that. And I'm going to tell you, it's the best thing I've ever done because as soon as I started my business, which was in 2001, I felt some type of freedom. You know, I felt like I was in charge, you know?
And is.
It's a scary thing. And I left my state job in 2005. A lot of people said, you're going to leave the stability, you're going to leave your retirement, you're going to do this. And I said, I'm going to do this, right? And, you know, it was a good move for me because once you start your own company, the sky is the limit. Nobody can tell you, oh, you're only going to get a 3% raise, right? Every year or every 6 months or whatever they do. You can make as much money as you can possibly make. And I found that I like technology, and so I just ran with it because back in the day, when you had a technology job and you worked for the state, you made more money than most of the other types of analysts. And I thought, oh, let me try that. And I knew that I had a knack for IT. I was good at it, so I went all the way. I didn't graduate from college. I don't have a 4-year degree. When I decided I was going to go into IT, I started going to school. So I went to Sac City College for a little bit out of high school, and then I stopped. But then when I decided to go into IT, you had to have a certain amount of credits and everything for, you know, for the position. So I went to college for a couple of years. I got the position. I worked it for a little while, and then I decided I can do this on my own. I'm going to do what they're doing, but I'll do it for myself. Well, when I first started my business, I only made $10,000 in the first year. That's not much money. But luckily, I had a little savings because when I worked for the state, you know, you got your 401k, they match you, that kind of thing. So I used my 401k money, and I just built my business. And now I'm doing business in about 5 states. I'm working to start doing business in the UK and Barcelona. And it just happened. And I just moved in that direction, and before I knew it, I was self-employed, and things just start happening from there. And I'm glad I did it. And I want to say, anybody who's afraid to make a move, but you feel like you have it in you, just do it, you know. I know it's easier said than done because you got bills to pay, but you can do it. Just use your job that you have now, save that money, use that money as a catalyst for your own business, and you can make a lot more money than you make now if you like what you're doing. I love my job, and that makes all the difference in the world, to do something that you love.
Yes, Sean, thank you so much for sharing your experience and your journey. And what I will say is this woman here has like been so great to me. Like, since I met her, she's just been so inspirational. She shocked me. She told me she wasn't gonna make it.
I said I might not make it.
But what I will say is, you know, I'm very proud to have her as a friend, as a mentor, and someone that really helps to mold me and keep me going and push me. Because sometimes I'd be like, I don't know. She'd be like, give it a year. So I just want to give you your flowers and say thank you. And on top of that, we want to know, so how long have you been self-employed? How long have you had your business for?
Well, I started my business in 2001. I was still working for the state, but I decided I would do some part-time work for the state. So I looked for jobs that I could work part-time, and I started working part-time, so I had the state job and I had my own business at the same time. And then I took the leap eventually, because eventually your customers need you. They always need you. And you have to make a decision. Am I going to do this or am I going to do that? Because the customer's not going to wait. They'll find somebody else. So I decided I'd go with the self-employment. And it's a sense of freedom that you just don't get anywhere else. Like now, you can leave jobs. You can get another job. But something about working for yourself, once you start doing it, you feel invincible. You kind of feel like, well, if I lose this customer, I can get another customer. Because there's so many people out here that need services, or whatever you're offering. As long as it's something people need, you can't go wrong. And what I wanted to say about you, Shay, is I see me in you.
Please don't make me cry.
I
This lady done made me cry so many times.
I don't mean to make you cry, but I really see you've got a lot to offer, and you need to keep doing it, because this event right here, it's a big deal. You know, people want this, people need this, people, you know, they're here, you know, and you just keep it up and it's gonna grow. You just have to stick to it. It's gonna start off small. I told you in my first year of business, I made $10,000. You can't, $10,000, come on.
Right.
But if you stick to it, you know, and you have something people want, you can do it. Just don't give up.
Thank you so much for the words. Oh my gosh, y'all. And I have full access to this lady. I'd be like, where you at? Come on, let's go to lunch. I love her so much. Thank you so much, Sean,
Thank you, Sean.
for coming. I know I kind of put you on the spot. And just to even go off of what she said, like I did want to add, sometimes doing new things and something you've never done before can be very scary and fear. Like you could have a lot of fear because you've never done it, and oftentimes you don't even know nobody who doing that. You might see people on social media that's doing it, and they might say all types of things, but you don't know how it's gonna go for you until you jump in the water. Like you could watch the fish swim all you want, but until you get in there and swim yourself, you're never gonna know what's on the other side of that, what's in the water, what waits for you. You know what I mean? So to go off of what she said, like you just gotta jump in, like, because a lot of times we overanalyze everything. Y'all should see how much I studied all types of stuff, okay? Didn't do nothing. I'm like, ooh, let me just watch another video. I need to watch one more video before I like do this. Just do it, because that's really how you learn, that's how you grow, that's how you thrive, is by doing it, you know? And yes, you're gonna lose money probably, most likely. Yes, you're gonna spend some time, you're gonna get frustrated. You're going to get frustrated, not only with other people, but with yourself. So my advice for anybody that's starting something new is just give yourself grace and keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And I'm happy because I ain't gonna lie, I was a little like gloomy today. The sun wasn't out. I was like, But I'm so happy that I'm here. I'm so happy that all y'all came out with me. I don't know why I'm giving y'all my ending speech and then at the end. But Sean motivated that. She just made me be in my feelings, y'all. So
The sun will come out.
let me find out you finna sing too. Because we got time. You wanna sing, we got time today for a singer. No. Thank you so much, Sean. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you coming and just supporting me. And I always tell her, she is a prime example of what we need today. For all of the young ladies and the women that's growing up, like this woman here is a prime example of what it looks like to not only be a boss, but to be loving, to be caring and compassionate, to have understanding, to help you, to look at for inspiration and motivation. Like she is all of those things. So I'm very grateful that you shared your energy with us, your presence with us, and we're gonna go to lunch tomorrow. All right? Love you, girls.
Yes, queen.
Thank you, Sean. Another round of applause. Thank you. Sean, look at Auntie Sean. She want all y'all to know she 58, but that cat's still purring up in this motherfucker. She want all y'all to know. She said, don't get the looks fool you. I'm still out here, okay? I work with tech, if you know what I mean. Lord have mercy, girl. Man. So we gonna do a little side step. We got a poet coming up next. We got Romy Rome from the Yay area. You know what I'm saying? He brought his family out. He brought the whole Black Mafia family out. Give a round of applause to Black Mafia family. Give a round of applause. Beautiful people, beautiful people. You know, you about to take this, so swaggy time. Let's go.
Thank you. All right, I got one. This was called The Eyes of My Brother. Man, bro, I lightweight want you to come up and hit these congos, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but the next one I got you, you going. All right, here we go.
Wait, how they go to white people do this, do. Black people.
I'm gonna do comedy next time. Anyway, here we go. This one's called The Eyes of My Brothers. And they go like this. The eyes of my brothers are like domesticated lions' eyes who no longer prowls on prairies of pride lands wild with hunger. Names plundered and erased. Woe to thee in disgrace for only honoring our purchase label. That turf, that stable. Will we await the fate of all who believed in nothing? Me, I can no longer fall for anything. It's like from streamlines to mainstreams. It's like daydreams of money that control my destiny. And pesters when I don't match, and sisters turn their noses. My people can be the coldest, my brothers. With eyes that glaze as my own and disconnected from past families and home, the child lost forever than time. Between a land where my mother nourished my brother from her bosom to a land of hope and peace, you know, a civilized society. But there, 40 times 10 years later, where the ghettos of America overpopulated by 80%, my brother struggled to hold down this one block. But if ghettos was united like gangs or like politicians who control the gangs and the lives of people who could never darken their doorstep. Me, I would vote for change and humanity when the world is 2 steps from anarchy and insanity. It's demanding me that's demanding me to speak the moment. And soon my mind will arrive and it's time to be awoken, my brothers. Thank you. I got one more in me, though. I'll do one more.
You better. That was too quick.
I got one more in me.
Come on, bro.
All right, here we go. These lights is hot. All right, here we go. This one called the people. I speak of the people, the potential power we possess, but instead of pondering over perplexities that 40 acres and a mule equality boils down to, welfare and food stamps and clamps and unending chimes of yesterday's struggle, and a soldier forgotten in his soldier stride. But deep inside is inscribed explicit detail to the direct connection to the land before my time, but existed eons before the systematic breakdown of a righteous race. I watch these hands round his face 360 degrees, 365 days while I await enlightenment of any magnitude. But how can I hold myself in honor amongst men when I live on a planet full of flus? I do what my own self do, but I watch others do as the Romans do. Lost and confused, I turn over the stone that's soaked and stained to find humilities that I can't run from, but only situations that I grow through. Thank you. It's all good though, man. I got a couple more, but I ain't got no more though. I ain't got no more though right now. Yeah. I appreciate y'all. Well, fine, I'll try some comedy. You know what? Now yesterday, tell you what happened yesterday, man.
Where's the wine? It's Hobo?
No, I'm just playing with y'all, see? It's all a joke. You know, I got really do one? I got really do one. Look, yesterday, right? I didn't know my son knew how to play baseball, okay? So my son, like, he called me. He's like, Dad, I need you to come pick me up and take me to the park. He go to the big park right here in Oak Park. I know y'all know where it is, right? Boom, right? I get there. He like, yeah, Dad, I forgot my whole uniform. What you mean your uniform? You on the baseball team? I'm thinking he just getting dropped off to play, you know, baseball with the kid. You know, it's regular stuff, right? Nah. Go to the house. His mama give me the whole outfit, bam. I'm like, dang, when is this all happening, man? So I give it to him, put it on outside, right? He walked to the straight pitcher's mound, threw out 2 cats, flow. If I tell you, I was one of the most happiest parents I've ever seen in my life. Do you understand me? I mean, I jumped up for joy. I mean, you hear me? That's for my son. Look here. You see him? That's me. You hear me? I'm just playing with y'all. I don't know. I don't really do. I don't know. I'm going to try it, though. We're going to try it. Here we go again. We're going to try it again. We're going to start all over again.
Hey, practice makes perfect.
This town business, baby. We're going to keep it going. It's a shelter, goddamn. You going to leave me up here? Y'all going to leave me up here, huh? You ain't going to come here today? All right. I'm going to try everything I want to try out here. You stuck?
2 minutes. You got 2 minutes. Do your thing. Gay area out here. Represent.
All right, look.
Oh, shit.
I ain't even supposed to be here right now. Y'all don't even know that, right? Look. I'm not supposed to be on camera. But you know what? I don't care. You feel me? You only live one time. You feel me? One time, man. It's my time to shine. You hear me? She gonna be like a monster. I don't want to hear that shit right now. My phone going off. You hear me? Hey, I'm gonna get rid of her. You hear me? I'm gonna get rid of her and pick up the mic. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start dating microphones. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go to a different building. This is my new girlfriend. Nah, but it's all good, man. Thank y'all for your time, man. Thank y'all for my people, man. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate it.
Good job, y'all. I couldn't do this shit. Get up here and tell y'all a bunch of jokes. I don't think so. But we about to do a little interaction with the crowd real quick. We got the next guest will be up in about 5 minutes. She needs to prep herself because she's nervous as hell. Okay, but who wouldn't be? How y'all liking the show so far? Right? Everybody came out all pretty. You got Auntie Shiny. Everybody's still crying off of what you were saying on the tech girl. What's y'all favorite parts of the show so far? Should we have more poetry? Say the right thing, goddammit. Kendrick, I tried to save you. I tried to get the comedy out. They didn't say shit yet. I'm waiting. Come on now. Is she ready?
No.
Yeah.
But I just want to say something.
Thank you, Eli. You're the best Sis Coast host ever. No, stay up here. Don't leave me. Don't leave me, boy. Don't leave me, Eli. I know today's a singing. Well, it's a singing night. I said today's a singing. But anyways, nonetheless, how are y'all feeling? I'm so happy to have y'all all here. Like y'all don't know how excited I am, how happy I am to have you guys here. This is something that I've wanted to do for. Well, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This ain't something I wanted to do for so long. I actually, I wanted to be a host for a long time. I always saw myself being a host and talking to people and interviewing people and doing things of that nature. But this actually just came to me randomly. I don't know. I know some of you guys have me on Instagram, but I was honestly just chilling in my room and just not wanting to hear stuff because I listen to people talk all the time and it's like, oh, sometimes I don't want to hear nobody. I don't want to hear no TV. I don't want to hear no radio. I don't want to hear anything. I love silence, right? So I'm sitting here in my silence with all my plants because I have plenty of them. I just bought a couple more. Thanks, Trader Joe's. Yeah, so I'm just sitting there and then I'm like, poetry and business all together. Black people, it gotta be. Because I'm all about us, okay? Everything but us, I'm about it. Anything about us being empowered, uplifted, inspired, helping us to elevate, that's my thing, right? So I'm like, it's definitely gotta be black. And before I knew it's like brown sugar expressions came in my head. And I'm like, I kind of like how that sounds. That got a ring to it. And it also invites us without excluding people necessarily, but y'all know who this for. That's not like no games. Y'all know who this for.
You got Jewish people back there if they want to join. We got the Jews back there.
Listen, everybody's welcome, but this is, what did us once say? This is for us. This is for us. So I created this for us. And I hope that you all continue to come and see it grow. This is the second event, and oh my God.
Bigger than the last one,
yeah. This is the second one.
Y'all better be here next week.
And I'm so happy with how it's turning out. Y'all are just great. So thank you so much for coming. And now. Oh my God! First of all, let me get. We gonna interview Sherelle. We gonna have her up here. Cause listen, she has been doing her thing. Okay, Eli, can we introduce Sherelle?
What's Sherelle like?
She right there.
Sherelle.
We gotta bring her up
We
here.
got light skin Kesha coming up to the stage, y'all. Let's go, Queen.
Just real quick, I have to. I got it.
Sit your pretty ass down. Everybody want to see what the hell you got to say.
I have to. So I met her years ago. Do you remember how we met? I remember. I remember. We were on a podcast years ago about weed, whatever.
You know what? I was too drunk.
It was a lot of drinks at that podcast, but I met her years ago on a podcast, and then some years later, I was starting, because y'all know well, you might not know, but I've tried multiple businesses. I used to sell clothes, and she actually did the photo shoot for the clothes that I was selling.
That's right.
She did the clothes, she did that, and then we lost touch, of course. But she's always just been, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, she's the one who taught me about the lip liner. Because we were doing the photo shoot. Yes! So we were doing a photo shoot for my boutique that I was starting, because I've started so many things. But we were doing it, and she's like, no, girl, you gotta put it around your lips. And I'm like, okay. She's like, no more. And I'm like, okay. She's like, no more. And I'm like, okay. So yeah,
that 90s.
Right.
You see, I still got my life.
Right. So she's the one who introduced me to the lip liner. Thank you so much, girl, because it changes the game, right?
Yes.
But not only that, she has recently started her new business, and it's so great. She's got some brand partnerships. She's been getting her 360 booth booked for corporate events. So I'm gonna let you tell everybody what you're doing.
Okay, I'm not a very good public speaker, so you do got me on the spot.
You is today. You is today.
But yeah, so I relate so much to your journey. So just a little backstory. I've been working since I was like 16, and about
like a new girl
2021, a year after I had my son, I have a 13-year-old, and then I have a 4-year-old now. The burnout was real for me. It was just like, I can't keep doing this. I'll never forget, there was one day I literally left work early, and I told my manager, like, I gotta leave. I was just that burnt out. And at that time, me and my spouse, we were already, going through, he's an entrepreneur already. But I've, always photography. I've been doing photography for many years. Always had ideas, but never really, didn't monetize it the way that I wanted to where I could make a living off of it. And so, just to cycle back to 2021, the day I left, I said, I gotta do something. So it started back then to where I'm like, I'm gonna do something. And just coming across, like, what has God put in me to where I can make, like, what can I do? And so photography led to, just experimenting with, like, different things and always coming across, like, my photography skills, videography. So that happened. And then in the meantime, we were starting another business. So just to make a long story short it was literally an intentional planning, like you said, putting money in some areas and planning to get out. I was like, my goal was to get out. And so a year had went by, 2022, and I came across, like, content creation and seeing all these things. And
she is great. Not to cut her off, but her content is fire, okay?
I appreciate that. But now 2022, I just kept seeing it, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, there's no excuse to why people can't make money. Like, we have so many resources, and people are making money doing, like, not to say stupid stuff, but they are.
No, like, definitely stupid stuff. You can say what you thought, because it's true.
It's like, if they can make money doing that, I can make money, and I know I could apply my skills in an area that, can, bring me profit. So now fast forwarding a little bit more, we started our primary business, we have a non-emergency transportation company.
Woo, okay, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, so that's something I've been, that's our first baby, but that's what helped me to really pivot to where that first seed that was planted just kept planting seeds. And don't think you could just do one thing. Like, you can do whatever it is that you want to do, so.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Do whatever it is you want to do. So if you have an idea, don't just think that you have to stick with one thing, Oh my goodness. What's your name? Jordan. Oh, okay. He looked from, I thought.
He probably is. He's in the band. I'm going to interview him and he don't know yet.
I was like,
he's in the band. He's a drummer.
Did you? Okay. I was like, but you, okay. I was
no,
like,
he literally is in the best band in Sacramento.
Okay. I was like, you look familiar. But yeah, so just to, fast forward. So I worked, during the time I actually worked for Kaiser. And I officially left my job last year in 2024, took that leap of faith. It was scary.
Which is a good job. What they say, that's a good job.
And I relate to what you said. I was like, oh my God. And my parents, my dad worked for the state. I wouldn't be surprised if you knew my dad. But yeah, everybody was in my ear like, oh my God. But I was like, no, I know there's more for me than this stress, and I'm gonna do it. Whatever opportunity has been given to me, there's a reason, and you can do it. And there's a way you can do it. People can pivot, but you just really have to, first of all, believe in yourself and know that the sky is the limit. I know it's like, you hear that all the time, but it really is the limit. Like, we have these minds and creativity for a reason. So that's just a little bit about my story.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing. I didn't even know, I learned something new tonight, y'all. I didn't even know about that part. I always see her creating content, and I asked her, like, girl, like, can you just come on over here and help me out? Because her stuff be looking so clear and all that. I'm like, oh my God, you're so good. But yeah, she's always just been a bright person. Like, she's always had a good personality. We haven't been able to connect as much one-on-one yet, but she's just always been a light and always a positive person and just inspiring. And we've had our conversations, and she's just great. So I just want to highlight the things that we have to offer here, how we can support each other as businesses, because we always need something, right? And it's okay to use people, because we're here to be used. We're all here to be used, but we're not here to misuse each other. Right. So everybody in here, we're not ending things just yet, but meet somebody new and figure out how y'all can work together. This is really what this is about, for us to share our stories, our voices, to share our businesses, and figure out how we can support each other, because we are who we have.
And I'm, like you said, there's no gatekeeping zone. I want us all to succeed. Like, we all need to know we have a seat at the table. And, you see a lot of people like, oh, and sometimes in our community, it could be like, oh, you think you getting ahead? And, there's been some of that too, but it's like, no, like, we all have to support each other, because when you win, I win.
Right.
When I win, you win. And that's just my philosophy. So that's right.
Yes, well, thank you so much. I know I put you on the spot, girl, but I had to highlight, because you do your thing, okay? She ain't even talked about all what she got going on, but I was looking like, okay, girl, how you secure that? I'm here for it. So thank you for letting me call you up here on the spot. Anna.
I'm just putting this in the office. I'm coming right back.
Okay.
She thought she was running off.
Dead ass.
Thank you again. And I want to highlight one more time, because I can't say it enough, how important it is that all of us support each other, that we help each other, that we show up for each other. Because it's not hard, okay? And if you see someone that's successful doing something you want to do, ask them how they did it.
Yes.
Don't be like, oh, they think, to Cheryl's point, but how did they do it? Let that inspire you. Let that motivate you to be your best version, not what they're doing exactly, because we all have our own gifts, our own talents, and the things that we're born with and that the Creator gives us, right? So don't necessarily inspire to have someone's life, but inspire behind like their motivation, right? Their determination and their ambition and their strategies. And don't be scared to jump off the porch. Okay? Can I get a cheers to jumping off the porch? Because we ain't getting no younger. Nobody's getting any younger. So I'm going to need y'all to get it. There's no perfect time to start what you're doing than now. Now is the time to start whatever it is. It don't matter how much or little you know. Of course you want to know something. But there's no such thing as a perfect time. The perfect time is when you determine that the time is perfect. So get over yourself. Because we need you. With that being said, I got another person I'm bringing up here real quick on the spot. Hey Jordan, this Jordan. So I'm gonna bring Jordan up really quick because he is just so great. And then after this, we'll have one more interview, and then during the end, so even when
Was he at Fixins?
yes, this is Jordan that was at. So funny story. I was at lunch with my co-host going over how things would go for tonight, and I'm airdropping my co-host something, and I see Jordan's name on airdrop. I'm like, is he here? So we eat it. So I'm like, he has to be here. And then I saw his twin brother, and I'm like, okay. So I went over there. I was like, boy, you popped up on my airdrop. So
Wait,
that's.
what's your twin brother's name? Okay, I'm gonna figure this out.
No, so I'm gonna, if you don't know, now you about to find out, okay? Because I have so much to say about him, my little brother from another. He's just so great, so inspiring. He's young. He's single, y'all. And he has a lot to offer to not only a woman, but this world, okay? Jordan is, he's a leader, okay? He is the best drummer in Sacramento, okay? If you haven't been to one of his shows, you sleep. What's your band's name, Jordan?
So my band's called Hayes, Hayez.
Yes. So they are so dope. They perform all over, and before we end this, I'm going to make sure that he tells y'all what they got going on next. But yes, as I mentioned before, Jordan is a leader. My son is actually a part of his auntie's mentorship program. Can you give us some information about that? Because it's important.
Sure. So I work for a nonprofit, which is my auntie's nonprofit. It's called Black Youth Leadership Project. And all of our resources are focused on elevating Black youth and just being intentional about caring for them. So one of the programs that Lil Bro is a part of, as she was saying, is called Black Boys Support Network. We call it BBSN for short. And like I said, through that, we just love on them. We meet twice a week, so if you got little cousins, little siblings, just whatever, we work with all types of youth, from youth that were, that been in or justice involved, so youth that, have been on probation or are on probation currently, to youth that's already doing good in school. And we just try to give them a platform to, one, be leaders, but then also teach them how to become leaders and, make an impact on the communities that they're a part of as well.
Yes, and I will say they are very active with these boys, okay? They teach them so much, and they really, especially if your son lacks that positive Black male figure that sometimes, we lack in our households, like that's the place to get that from. I know personally my son had a situation at school and they was up there, okay, and represented very well. So, I just think it's a very good resource to have for your kids to learn leadership. I know they do have a girl side too as well, but especially for the boys, like, it's very good because it instills leadership in them. It teaches them to think for themselves. It builds a bond and a brotherhood. I know my son was just talking to one of the boys from the group. I'm like, who you talking to? He like, oh, one of my friends from the mentorship. So, it builds a community with them, and all of the young men and the men that are a part of that are positive, and they really want the best for them, including Jordan, because he told me about it. So, yeah, I just want to say you can share this with them. I am a testament to the group and what they've been able to do. Now, of course, we want to talk about the band, Jordan. Listen, Jordan go crazy on the drums, y'all. He do, okay? I want you to tell us about the band and what y'all got coming up.
Yeah, okay, so Hayes is, like I said, that's the band name. I've been a part of the band for the last 2 years, but we've been a band for 8 years total. I joined the band 2 years ago through a good friend of mine named BJ. He's a phenomenal bass player. And yeah, through him, we built a relationship probably, when did I meet DJ? Like 2018. And so just having that relationship with him, he joined the band probably like 2019, 2020. and he was always telling me like, yo, bro, I need you to come check us out, come check us out. And I was like, you're the only one that can get in, you're not 21 yet. Like they only let you in because you playing, you know? So either way, once I was able to go to the gig, I did finally get to check them out. And then, yeah, their drummer ended up moving. And me and him were actually cool and good friends. And so he was like, yo, you know, I want Jordan to, you know, at least get the opportunity to be a part of the band. And so that's how I ended up joining the band now. We play almost every weekend somewhere in Sac or, you know, some sort of surrounding area. We've done shows outside of Sac too. We've, you know, I think, what was the contest called? We recently just won a contest, or our singer
in Oakland,
half of us won a contest for us to perform at, was the Black Joy Parade. So that was something we did recently. So right now
that's how good they is. Don't let that go over your head. They so good that out of everybody, they won and got to be a part of the Black Joy Parade in Oakland. And y'all know Oakland is big. It's bigger than Sac. So out of everybody, they won.
Yeah, for sure.
You know I'm a gas you every time.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I
Are you
appreciate
ready for a
it.
little solo from Jordan? You got the drums right there.
I won't put them on the spot like that.
Tell him to get it that free, Jordan.
Next time.
Next time. But I just wanted to bring him up.
Just tell them where we're performing next.
Oh, go ahead, my bad.
It's all good. It's all good. So if you love live music or you just love black people, and I hope y'all all do.
We love black people.
You can come support us. I love that. You can come support us. We're performing tomorrow night at Tiger, which is on K Street from 8 to 10 o'clock.
I wasn't just pumping him up for no reason. Like they really be outside.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna need a ticket, bro.
Yeah, you don't need a ticket.
We got another testimony over here. She heard him.
I appreciate
That's my
that.
cat, Jordan. That's my cousin.
I appreciate that. But yeah, so we're performing tomorrow night at Tiger from 8 to 10 o'clock. And then we're also performing on Saturday at Shady Lady from 10 to 12. But anything beyond that, you can find us on Instagram at In a Haze, which is INAHAYEZ. So if you on Instagram or you know you got an Instagram account, this is the time to point your phone. And this is where you type in INAHAYEZ, which is In a Haze. I'm gonna say it again. So let me know when everybody's ready. I'm gonna go on 3. 1.
Let me say something while they put their phones out. So it is very, very worth it. Like, listen, when I tell y'all the best band in Sacramento, I'm not playing with y'all. Every single instrument, the singer will knock you off your toes. You'll be thinking you on cloud 10, and then we ain't ever heard of that one. So yeah, no, it's definitely very worth it, and eventually I'd love to have them be a part of it. So as it grows, I'd love to have them be part of it.
Okay, everybody ready? All right, cool. So if you type in, it's In a Haze, which is INAHAYEZ. So INAHAYEZ. Yes, we play at the Sugar Mill at least probably.
Look, another testimony. She's like, oh, y'all play at the Sugar Mill. She didn't see another. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, so real quick, I just want y'all to know we take every experience personal. Like when we get an opportunity to play. Yes, we're musicians, but we're also music connoisseurs. So we love music, and so you know we take that very serious. And when we're up there, we do seek to, you know, like I said, take the music serious, but we love to have a good time with each other, you know. But I just want y'all to know that your ears will, you know, you will hear something of value. You won't waste your time when you come. You will feel like you left, you know, experience something. So I really want you guys to, you know, if you get the opportunity to go check out a video, and if you really feeling, you know, good, you like, okay, I was planning on going out anyway, definitely stop by and check us out. If Tiger's not your vibe, because I know I get that sometimes, that's cool. It doesn't even turn into Tiger until after 10 o'clock. But let's just say Tiger's not your vibe at all, right? Shady Lady is somewhere I feel like it's suitable for anybody to just walk into. Like I said, that's on Saturday from 10 to 12. And Shay did so I can share something else. So real quick,
Angie, go ahead, brother.
Something else real quick. So that's something that I do. Ultimately, I believe, you know, I was put on this earth to be a good communicator. And then also, to restore communities. So that's why, when she was talking about the nonprofit, that's something that's near and dear to my heart. That's my auntie's company. However, I believe that my purpose is that.
That's a good man, Savannah. He's single, y'all.
And then real quick, if everybody's still on Instagram, I just wanted to shameless plug real quick. I got a drum lessons company that I'm working on starting, which, the website will be launching next month.
Woo! Can we get a clap for the drum company? He gonna keep telling us, but we got a clap real quick. Because he didn't tell me about that, so I got excited. Okay.
Next month to announce that shit.
I got you. But the main purpose of that is to bring back music lessons and free music lessons to communities that that they've been stripped of the opportunity to be able to learn how to play an instrument. So that's the main purpose of the company. So if y'all can get out a follow, it's called 3P Drum Lessons, and that's spelled exactly how it sounds, so I'm not gonna spell it, but it's 3P Drum Lessons. And like I said, we're on Instagram at 3P Drum Lessons, and 3P stands for passion, purpose, and pursuit. Let your passion ignite your purpose and then pursue that relentlessly. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, and I appreciate y'all for your time.
Thank you. Let's give a cheers for Jordan. I'm happy I didn't bring you on the spot. I'm happy I did bring you on the spot. Oh, you have a question? Oh, my bad. Q&A.
I just wanted to know how young the boys have to be to become a part of the mentorship program.
It's no age limit. So we always say, bring them. We have a program that we do call BYLP Minis, and BYLP stands for Black Youth Leadership Project, like I already shared previously. But we always try to at least try them out in our BBSN program, because we do have a range of boys from at least 7 is probably our youngest boy that comes consistently. However, like I said, we always tell every parent, just try him out. He may be at a maturity level to where he can't sit in there with the other boys that are in elementary school and a little bit older than him. Typically, we'll have elementary school on one side and middle and high school on another side. So yeah, just bring them in there and try it out. But we can talk after it, and I can let you know where to sign up and all that kind of stuff. So.
And Jordan, what area is it located in?
So our office is in Elk Grove. Our office is in Elk Grove, right off Laguna Boulevard.
Y'all got money.
And literally right off West Stockton, if you know where that is. Kind of like by Best Buy and Cold Stones, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so. Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions for Jordan before he exits the
don't be shy. I'm a shy person, actually.
Remember, he's single, ladies.
I shouldn't have sat in the front row, because some of y'all was talking to me. I'm not like that, Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate y'all for your time. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you once again for letting me put you on the spot. I have one more that I'm putting on the spot. She just came from teaching. Yeah, the theme of the night is the spot, but I had to. And I'm happy that I did, though, because every single person that I brought up, on top of all of y'all, I don't know everybody personally, and I have one more person I could bring on the spot, but I don't know if she's ready for all that. So I'm gonna let her live until next month. But just know. But anyways, nonetheless, I'm happy that I did bring the people up that I did on the spot, because we have multiple examples of what Black greatness looks like, and I feel like it's important to highlight that and what we're doing, and the things that our community needs, so that we can have what we need. We need these resources. We need these classes. We need these businesses, and we need to learn these different skills. We need inspiration, right? And you're not going to be inspired by as much by somebody that don't look like you. Let's just be honest, you're not. So with that being said, I have Ana coming up. Ana Maria Palades. She is the owner of the building that we're at tonight, and the boss lady, the head honcho, the one that does it fearlessly, relentlessly. Oh no! That's her name. Okay, so I've known Ana for years, and let me tell you, she has shown me what hard work looks like. Okay, what dedication looks like, what sticking to it, what passion. Okay, what passion looks like. Anna has been an example of what all of those things, like, you know, before I even decided that I wanted to do my own business or what I wanted to do, I got to see her and be her friend and take her classes and work with her. And, you know, I'm proud to say that this is my friend. She's sharing space with us tonight. And I'm grateful that she stayed here with us because she had classes to teach. She was teaching classes all day. But she's here nonetheless. So I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself, girl.
I was just giggling to myself because I was remembering the first time that I met Shay. She walks into my dance class and she's like a beginner dancer. And I'm like, jump into the floor and time to play out. And she just gave me 100. She was never like, you know what, I can't do that. She always had that spirit about her that was like a go-getter. So I think that's why we connect. And I'm just so proud of you tonight. From now on, the third Thursdays, I'm bringing a change of clothes. I know what's up. I appreciate you having your event here in the studio. And I'm just really proud to see you here doing your thing, girl.
Thank you so much. That feels so great to hear. Oh my God. I ain't crying tonight, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna get me. Maybe later when the camera on. So I really want to talk about being a business owner, right? Because I feel like now with the trend, right? I feel like everybody's talking about entrepreneurship, owning your own business, being your own boss, working for yourself. But what are some things that you want to highlight? What are some, let's start with the more challenging
Girl, you already
parts.
know. It has been a journey. So I came to Sacramento from New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina, and I walked into our last space that we just moved from. It was 3,000 square feet, and then we expanded this to 4,000 square feet. We built all these walls out, did the sprung flooring, which is huge. I don't know if you guys know about floating floors, but for dancers, it's ideal for our bodies. I really care about artists, and I wanted to cultivate a space where we could have artists, not only just dancers, but our tagline is bridging our creative community one artist at a time. So we love singers, dancers, poets, musicians. Like I said, I'm from New Orleans. So I grew up with Jean-Baptiste. I went to school with Troy Andrews. You know, my cousin Adonis, he's the drummer from the New Orleans Jazz Orchestra. We come from a lineage of art and culture. So I especially love to teach the kids about the diaspora and how everything started in Africa. So that's why you see these drums, because we started a program throughout the schools to teach kids how, you know, to do the African dancing, but then also about the transatlantic slave trade going through Cuba, where my family's from. How the slaves were able to keep their drums there, that's why we have salsa. But in New Orleans, they didn't have drums. So they started playing, you know, the rhythms on their bodies, and that's how we got tap dance, which is...
Wait, one pause. Y'all remember this in school?
Yeah.
That's where that came from, y'all.
Yeah. So it's been nice to see the dancers, you know, be able to learn about history and cultural dance. I started in cultural dance. Having my family like from Cuba, we have a lot of like, that Latin influence, but I actually grew up thinking that I was Mexican. Because my dance teacher, and everybody thinks I'm Mexican. I was like, oh yeah, you must be Mexican, because they think I'm Latina, so I must be Mexican, right? But it's because I started in folklorico. So I traveled around Southeast Louisiana doing folklorico to teach all of the kids in the schools. I was an ambassador of cultural dance at 10, so I started working professionally at 10. And then I did some television with Ecos Latinos, so I always want to put on for cultural dance. And when I got to Sacramento, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do in Sacramento? How did I end up here? You know, I graduated from the NOCA, which is the New Orleans Center for Creative Arts. And I don't know if you guys know Jean-Baptiste and his work, but yeah, we were in, you know, classes together, and it was just a place where it was the only performing arts school in Louisiana. So we were all just, you know, in this magnificent facility where we had 3 like stories of just like one whole like hallway full of Bergdorf pianos. And practice rooms that you can go in at any time. And a library of all the music that you could ever dream of, because you're in New Orleans, right? So we were immersed in this culture. It was like bubbling from the streets, you know, and it would rain. Just felt so much just history in the air. Like you could feel the ancestors when you walk down the street. And that's what I miss about the culture of New Orleans. People stopping by and say, hey, how you doing? How's your people in them? How your mama and them? And everybody cares. And so I wanted to cultivate a community here in Sacramento of my own, where I could feel like I had a family. Because being stripped from my home and losing everything really put into perspective what was important to me. And so, as much as I wanted to be on Broadway, I went to Chicago and I was like, not for me. Like, I'm a Southern girl, you know? But my mom, she was shot in the head when I was 2. And she had a drug addiction after that. So I didn't grow up with my mom or my dad. And my dad being from Miami, he was like, I just imagined him as like Scarface, you know? So, but the day that I moved in here, my father passed. And not long after I opened my first space, my mother passed. And so I do it for the ancestors. I do it for the people that couldn't do it before me. My grandmother actually owned a beauty salon. So I grew up with her being an entrepreneur, but she worked for NASA for 30 years. Yeah, and so when I look back on these old books where we've been immortalized in the 7th Ward, people talk about my grandmother teaching them how to do like majorette. Because you know, we'd be parading. You know how we do in the world, we got a little bouncer and stuff. You know, we dance wherever we go. And so her passing that on to me, and she never even told me she was a dancer, but she put me in my first dance class. Fun fact, it was at the mansion where the bling bling video is. Y'all see
Bling
that?
bling,
Bling
yes,
bling.
yes, it is.
My first dance lesson, because at the time, Pat Swilling, he played for the Saints. So my first dance teacher was Robin Swilling.
That's why she be, listen, when y'all see her dance, you gonna be like, what is going on over here? She gonna do some stuff, you gonna be like, look, she be doing some stuff. She be doing some stuff, okay? She the spins and twirls and splits and backflips and turns and all types of, yeah, with heels on.
Okay, AMPed was like, yeah, it stands for Ana Maria Perales Entertainment and Dance, because I started with the entertainment company. But in my 20s, I was really amped up. That's what I was saying. I was just remembering you in my first class. You must have thought I was crazy ball change.
She had me jumping on up in the air, falling on the floor, going to the side.
1,000%.
With heels on. First
Yes,
class.
that part. But yeah, it's definitely been a journey. I just wanted to have a space where, you know, people like me could dance. Like, I remember it was a major deal for me when I had my first ballet class and I just saw like a bunch of brown girls in ballet. Or a bunch of brown girls got to see, you know, their teacher look like them. Because I didn't have that. And I was the only person who looked like me in my dance program. So, yeah, and it's an elitist art form. And sometimes there aren't safe spaces. Like, we celebrate Misty Copeland because she's like, you know, the rose that grew through concrete, so to speak, right? But there should be more Black studio owners, more Black artists paving the way. And so that's why I started this space, and it's definitely been a labor of love. The challenges have been plentiful. Especially like with the window that you guys took down today.
Yeah, y'all didn't even see the well, some of
Somebody
y'all
throws
did. There
around,
was
yeah.
there was a whole like it was
all
boards on the window before y'all got here.
Yeah, so somebody just like randomly throws a rock through the window. Last night we're here till midnight. We had Cisco Fruelas in town. He's the creative director for Tinashe, Normani, Neo, Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, all the above. So we've had Maluma here. He's an international artist. But I don't really be putting on to a lot of stuff I be doing. I'll talk about myself just this once.
Go ahead, please do.
No, it's like I'm not trying to. For me, I've been stepping back. I got a 19-year-old, I got a 15-year-old, I'm 40 years old now, right? So for me, I had to fight to be an artist. I had to fight to remain who I was made to be. So that's why I want to be an advocate for other people to have a space for, you know, for us to really nurture them and their art. And that's why I'm so proud of you, because here you are.
Oh my God, don't make me cry. I told y'all not gonna make me me cry tonight. Please don't.
Right. But it's been every night, and like there's a Jewish dance group in the other room. Like this is what it's all about. Like as artists, we want to have a safe space for everyone. But has it been challenging? Yes. Have I made tons of sacrifices? Absolutely. Do I have a security net? Hell no. And that's what keeps me pushing. And that's why we're so resilient, because we know we have to hustle. We have to put in that sweat, blood, and tears.
Yes, ma'am. And she put it in, y'all. I was here with her. I remember she had, I can't remember how many shows in 1 week. And I was like helping, and I was a part of some of them. And I was like, oof, even me, because I didn't do that all she did. She didn't went to school for this shit. I'm over here like, girl, how many more dances we gotta learn? So it was a fun time though. Very much fun time. I appreciate you sharing the studio with us. We appreciate your presence and your story. And yeah, thank you, Anna.
You guys. Yeah, you guys can follow the studio. It's AMP Studios. Like I said, AMPED stands for Ana Maria Perales Entertainment and Dance. Our entertainment company has worked with Intel, Sony, Levi's. We've done so much work. So if you have a vision in mind, I mean, we welcome you here. We rent out the studio.
And come take a class.
We also have
okay. She has hip hop classes too for you know, she got heels classes, but she has hip hop too. Contemporary, burlesque, which I haven't tried yet.
Burlesque. Our burlesque teacher is from Vegas. She's an actual showgirl.
She a freak.
She is kind of a freak, actually. Come to think of it, she's been doing this rope thing called shibari. Have you guys heard of shibari?
Clearly,
it's some freaky stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it like it's fashion, you know?
I'm gonna let y'all Google that one. But thanks, Anna. We appreciate you. So if y'all give us 1 minute, we're gonna have a singer. We're gonna have my brother. We're gonna have a singer up to blow y'all minds. Okay, Jordan, Kale, it's not Kale. I know that much. Because he won't say you to sing it, and I just call him Jordan forever. Come tell me how to say it, Jordan. Because I know it ain't Kale. So I got it right. So why you looked at me like that?
You looked at me like that.
Because I felt like he looked at me like I said it wrong. But anywho, I'm going to cue up his music. He's going to come up here. Come here, Jordan. Come on up here. I love this one here, okay? I love this one. He's just filled with so much love. He's such a positive person. Also very active in the community. What is it with Jordans with glasses and chocolate that be and part of the community and active and artists? Like, no, but I love them so much, both of the Jordans. This Jordan here is a good time, okay? He is a good time. He's honest, and he's just a very loving person, okay? I've known him for years through my sister. Shout out to her. She out booked and busy taking trips and whatnot. Shout out to you, Larissa. But
Cole.
Yes, Cole. It's a cold world. But anywho, Jordan is here, and I'm so excited to have him. He's gonna perform a couple songs for us, and I just love his music. So y'all, Jordan, while I'm queuing you up, go ahead and tell them how they can find you and all that, and I'm gonna get you started and going, brother.
Okay. Oh, I thought we was about to do an interview, so I sat down.
No, I'm gonna do your interview after.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Well, my name is Jordan Kale. I'm from Sacramento, California, 916 all day, every day. You can find me, this is the part where you get your phones out, like you said. You can follow me on social media at JORDANKALE_. Again, that's JORDANKALE_. My mom used to work in telework, so sorry. So yeah, I'm an R&B artist. I've been doing music independently for 15 years. I've been in a myriad of groups, gospel groups, R&B groups. I've been a solo artist for about 3 or 4 years now. So yeah, I have 2 songs that I want to do for y'all. The first one is that's the second one.
No, I'm sorry. Butterflies, we'll do that one first. And then I'll do the song that Shay has begged me to do.
Yes! They got 2 knees!
Oh, uh-oh.
Sorry. Oh my God. It was scared. What happened?
Oh, that's all right.
It was scared. Let me see. You gotta go to the second one. Hold on.
That's all right, I can stall. I also dropped an EP last December. It's called Out of My System. It's on all streaming platforms. So when you get on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you listen to, YouTube, I got hella music, so. Yeah. Hey, yeah. All you got to do is walk away and pass me by. Don't acknowledge my smile when I try to say hello to you, yeah. And all you got to do is not answer my calls when I'm trying to get through. Keep me wondering why, when all I can do is sigh. I just wanna touch and kiss. Said I wish that I could be with you tonight. You give me butterflies inside. All you got to say is I must be dreaming, can't be real. You're not here with me, but I can feel you near to me. Stay with me, I caress your taste. Oh. We can pause here. I can do acapella too. I've been doing this for 15 years, baby. Let's go. I just wanna, kiss. Say I wish that with you tonight. Come on, you give me inside. All you got to say is I must be dreaming and can't be real. You're not here with me, but I can feel you near to me. Sing it, y'all. Yeah, yeah. I caress your taste, your touch, your just so blissful. Listen, I would give you anything. Just make my dreams come true. Oh, baby, you give me love. I just wanna touch and kiss. Say I wish I could be with you tonight. I wanna be with you tonight. Yes, you do. We gon' sing it one more time. I just wanna touch. Come on, sing it with me, girl. Said I wish that I could be with you tonight. Y'all know why. You give me butterflies inside at night. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. So like I said earlier, I dropped a project in December. It's called Out of My System.
I started as a solo artist in, I believe, 2021, and I dropped my first single. It was called Time. Okay, Shay ready. Shay is ready. She wanted me to sing this song so bad, so this song is for her. This is the first thing I ever dropped. It debuted at number 25 on the iTunes R&B charts, so I appreciate everybody who supported that joint. So yeah, this song is called Time. All right. Can I get some snaps in here? Come on. Hey. I can't write you out of my story. Somehow you always have a reoccurring point. I throw you out like a boomerang. You leave and come back from my soul. I broke your heart, you broke my too. I'm a criminal, and so are you. Been trying to fight this case for a while, but no matter what I do, I just can't deny the fire that I feel inside. I come off to a flame. I want you in my space, so I'm giving you my clock every time. Every time. You give me butterflies like MJ in 2001. You got a smile that shines brighter than a million suns. You love me so unconditionally, even when it's not just you and me. Be whoever that you need to be for me, 'cause I can't deny the fire that I feel inside. I said inside. I'm all to what you in my space, so I'm leaving you my clock every time. Every time. Every time. Yeah, yeah. Oh, every time. Oh, yeah, yeah. Thank y'all.
I definitely begged. Do y'all see why I begged on 3 knees that I don't have? Wow, Jordan, you're incredible. Here you go. Wow. Y'all, I literally begged him for this song. He has new music out. So thank you for singing the one I wanted so much. 'Cause I love, like, that song makes me so happy. Every time I hear it, I genuinely cannot be mad. If I play that song, I just light up inside. And that's him and his personality. Like, you can't talk to Jordan and be mad. He's just so great. It's like, oh, I love you so much. But nonetheless, how long have you been singing for, Jordan? Like, were you singing your whole life like this, or?
Yeah, I actually come from a musical family. My grandmother and her sisters, they have a choir. I used to sing with them. I was raised in the church, Calvary Christian Center to be exact. I went to pre-K and kinder there, and yeah, so I got gospel roots for sure. I've been singing as long as I could talk. I'm also a dancer too. I've been dancing. My mom used to call me dancing machine all the time. So I just always had it in me. That's always been my way of expressing myself. through music and dance.
Stand for Brown Sugar Expression.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is the place to express yourself. Exhibit A.
Exhibit A. Brown sugar at its finest.
Yeah. Okay. Brown sugar expressing itself at its finest.
You know what I'm saying?
So, Jordan, not only do you sing, what else do you do other than singing and dancing? I heard you was a producer too.
Yeah.
I heard you produce your own music sometimes.
I do. I actually wrote and produced the last song I just sang, Time. I produced and songwrite for myself and other artists as well too. So anybody that wants to work, let's work. Anybody that's never sang before and want to try to do something, I'm open to that as well too, artist development. So yeah, and I also work in the community as well, in the after school space. I'm one of the directors of the after school program at Rose Family Creative Empowerment Center in Meadowview. I actually used to work with the other Jordan. We worked for the same
I wasn't trying to
agency for a
bust them
minute.
out, but they did show work together and did shows together before.
Yeah. I actually, he is one of my drummers. So, yes, that's my boy right there. That's my dog. He knows all my material. You're lucky there wasn't a drum set. I would have told him to get up here real quick. No, but yeah. So yeah, those are some things I do. Music, dance. I used to teach dance as well too to the kids. And I'm all about community, creativity, and connecting.
Wow, just phenomenal. Black greatness at its finest, as he said, okay? Now, what are some things you're currently working on? I know I splurged and told your business by show new joints out, but go ahead and tell us what we got to expect from Jordan Calais.
Well, I just dropped a song on April 9th. It's called 333. So y'all go stream that. It's an affirmational song to lift the people up, and because it's a lot of shit going on, and so why not empower yourself in the midst of it all? That's what they did during Motown. You know what I'm saying? The Supremes got people through stuff. Marvin Gaye got people through stuff. There's a lot of shit going on then too. So I just want to bring that movement back. So yeah, I just dropped a new single. I have another show next Sunday. I'm doing my first Sunday morning show. I've never done a show in the morning other than church, so this will be very interesting. So if you follow me on Instagram, I posted ticket links. It's this really intimate space, so there's only 30 tickets available. So y'all go check that out. And I'll be dropping more music this year, for sure.
Yes, we love that. So how could the good people find you? If I need voice lessons, if I want a producer, if I need to put my kid in the community and around positive energy, how do I contact you?
Social media. Social media is where it's at. I gave my Instagram earlier, so you guys can follow me. I post everything I do on there. Yeah, and if any community work, you can find me in Meadowview. I'm there Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6. Okay.
With them cheering.
With them cheering. And I just really want to acknowledge you, Shay. And we've known each other for a very, very long time, and you've been dreaming this up, even when you didn't know you were dreaming this up. So I just want to lift you up, my beautiful black sister, okay? You are doing it, and I'm very proud of you. I would have came to the first one, but I ain't had no voice, and I wasn't gonna do you like that because you wanted me to sing. But yeah, I'm just very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. You are a great example of a young black woman achieving dreams, despite, you know what I'm saying? In spite of all things, you know what I'm saying? You always remain positive. And you say that about me, but you are also a very pleasant person to be around. You're always bubbly and happy. And I'm glad that this is a space where other people get to see that. And then you also open the door for other people to express themselves in turn. Because it's, it's an exchange, right?
Yes, sir. Energy. Y'all is trying to make me cry tonight. Have mercy. You're holding it back. Cause
crying is good.
I know, but not in front of all y'all.
That's good too. You gotta release.
Not in front of all y'all. Oh,
You gotta release. You can't hold it in. I'm a Capricorn. Holding it in is not good.
Well, I'm Aquarius. You know, we cry behind closed doors as Aquarius. But we be crying. It don't be right up there, but we be crying real hard too. But no, I'm like so full. Like I just can't even say, and I'm not about to cry.
It's all right.
You're living in your purpose.
Take your time.
Congratulations.
Y'all made me do it. God damn it. Thank you.
Receive your flowers, girl.
Yeah.
While you're here.
I'm so I can't believe y'all got me. I'm so grateful for every single person that came out tonight, for the people that came to the first one who couldn't make it tonight, and for my team that came out to help. I'm just blessed to be able to be in this space with all of you. All of you inspire me. Man, like you just said, energy is everything, and like everyone here has just poured great energy into me, into the space, into this event, and I just hope to continue to grow this, and y'all are literally helping bring my vision to life, and I just can't thank everyone enough.
We love you.
With that being said, I'm not gonna keep crying in front of y'all asses. We got Brace here. He gonna give us some comedy to laugh, because I'm like, you know, after you cry, you gotta laugh. So thank you, Brace. Please come up here. And then when he's done, I do have one more thing I want to say to y'all. And yeah.
I know some of y'all are happy to see me back. Some of y'all are like, we could have gone without this. Now they told me, they said, that what you did earlier, they said, is that the best you got? I said, no. I'm a headliner comedian. Like I do this. I've been doing this for 6 years. I take this serious. I was like, let me give him something at least a little worth seeing me again. So I said, I'll speed it up. I was 15 when I first moved out here to California. And what I learned quickly is you get jumped when you don't know where you're from in California. And so the first thing I did, I went outside. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna hoop like I do in Alabama, and everybody gonna love me when they see how good I can play. And immediately, when they lost money, the other people came and jumped me immediately. And so I realized something. There's two sides in every hood. Now I tried out for both. I failed at both. The first one I tried out, I'm not gonna say who it was, but they like the color red. So I tried out for them. They told me, they said, we gonna ride at night. I didn't know that meant that they was finna like induct me in the hard way. I thought this was like, they gonna sit there and tell me the truth. They gonna give me some old black man knowledge. I didn't know we were supposed to ride up and shoot somebody. But just so happens that my family decides to get ADT the same night that I'm supposed to go do my ride along. And so I'm calling the dude. I'm like, hey, Snap. I said, I can't make it out. Can we do something during the day? Because it's 2 in the morning. I'm 15. I can't leave this house. Everybody else grown in this gang but me. He was like, nah, man. He's like, look, this grown man business, you can't make it. I'm like, look, I need you to work on my availability. I was like, because one thing is, I can get jumped again, but if my father fight me, I was like, my father is worse than all y'all. Because my father came out the jacks and the country. Like, you don't understand. He pick up the back of cars and pull them and turn them around. He's that type of person. He doesn't like moving after he's already parked. He moves the car with his hands. I was like, this is the type of family I come from. And so, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. And you know, when you try out, your name already in the city for who you tried out for. So I had to like let it breathe a little bit. I waited 2 years and tried out for the other side. You know, I was like, hey, I'm a better dancer anyway. I like the seawall. So I'm So I tried out for that. I tried out for that crew, and right before I was going to get inducted, my cousin go to jail. My cousin was my in. I had got married into a family out here where they were Crips, and we had one left that wasn't in jail. He was supposed to be my in. I was his alibi for where he had been. But right before the day he goes to jail, now I lost my connect. I lost my referral, so I can't get the job. So I so I ended up getting a full ride scholarship. And so I went to college. Learned how to race. I started stunt driving. That's how I got into the industry. Yeah, that's how I started in the industry. I started stunt driving because they found out about me. I got known for out evading the cops. Like I've never been to jail in this because I'm good. And so a lot of these indie projects, they were like, hey, we ain't got no paperwork to really be blocking off the city, so I'm gonna need you to do what you do for us, and I'm gonna need you to do what you do for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And so I worked my way up all the way to the writer's room. I was finally thinking I'm gonna make it in Hollywood. And they said, look, this is your one shot. We want you to pitch an idea. I said, got it. I wrote this a long time ago. It's about a prostitute. She's 40 years old. She's looking toward retirement. But she doesn't see a way out. So what she does is she takes her first 5 Johns every night and she gets them to give them the keys and she subleases to the other girls. She does this for 2 years and she buys the motel she did this at, and that's how she retires. And they were like, that's actually pretty good. That's the American dream. They said, that's the pride of the American woman. That's how we make it out here. And they said, you know what we want to call it? I said, what? Pipe dreams. And I think that was my second joke, so that's my time, y'all. My name is Brayden Nettles. I thought this was a nice wrap up. And I come and say, okay, don't save me. Yeah. Don't save me. I come in here and do another. Somebody want to go? Oh, okay. They said that's enough of that.
Thank you, Brace. Now, I just want to thank everyone that came out. I want to thank my team that helped me out. Everybody that helped me. Eli, DJ, Grace, my niece Dalia, hey girl, who was checking everybody in. She just turned 16. Happy birthday, girl. Happy birthday. Sydney with the food, all the comedians, the poets, just everybody that came out. I appreciate y'all. I would love to get pictures with everybody that I can. I would love for y'all to take pictures and tag me in your pictures and things so I can repost them and save them. Yeah. So please get pictures and tag me in them. And I will see y'all next Thursday. Thank you. Invite people, tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody, and let's just go to shit and go up.